from Nanook Lodge, and from a cookbook episode for this spring season. One of my favorite series of cookbooks is a series called Culinaria, and it is a book that they dive into the country and the culture through food, so you get all sorts of great pictures and stories. I was inspired by this one to open the book and we're going to do Creole Jambalaya today. It reminds me of great memories we had with our friends Kim and Lisa when we traveled to New Orleans years and years ago, and it just sounds like a good meal for this evening. The main proteins for a jambalaya are seafood. I'm going to use shrimp, and then some sort of porkiness, sausage. We're also going to throw in a little ham in there. Today I'm using andouille sausage. It's got a little bit of heat to it, which is fine. Traditionally in a jambalaya, according to the Culinaria, they use more of a pork sausage, like a Polish sausage. But I'm going to use the andouille because also traditionally in jambalaya, you get green peppers as one of the vegetables. Kind of that holy trinity of green pepper, onion, and garlic for some of the Cajun and Creole cuisine. And we all know Shelly doesn't like peppers. So I'm going to get rid of those, but I'm going to use the andouille with just a little bit more flavor to kind of supplement that. Different kinds of flavor, certainly than a green pepper, but to bring some added punch to the dish. Everything in front of us here ready to make the jambalaya. Our proteins, I've got ham steak. This is where leftovers are great, any kind of leftover ham. I've got half a ham steak because I made something else for brunch the other day. I've got the shrimp and again the andouille sausage. A little bit more about andouille. Andouille is actually a French sausage, originated over in France. And it's made with smoked pork and then made with all the ingredients and then smoked again. It's a double smoked sausage. Well, the French brought it over when they settled the area around Louisiana, and so it just became part of the culture down there. Then we've got some vegetables. Like I said, that kind of holy trinity of Cajun and Creole cuisine is onion, garlic, celery, and a trinity, I guess. Fourth would be green pepper. I'm only using 3. We're gonna saute that in a little bit of vegetable oil. We've got some hot sauce. If you were in Louisiana, you'd probably be using Tabasco, but I've got Cholula, that works. Season it with salt, some fresh thyme. We're gonna put some tomato in there, a little bit of chicken stock, some bay leaf, some cayenne pepper, and some clove, and then we'll garnish it with a little fresh parsley. The rice I'm using is actually called Carolina Gold Rice. It's a rice that's actually from South Carolina, but the rice that got to Louisiana when Louisiana became a rice growing region actually came from South Carolina. It's a little bit more glutinous than just plain white rice. So I'm going to use that today because I have that. And I actually don't have any plain white rice. So, although rice is white. Anyway, let's get everything prepped up so that we can begin to make some jambalaya. All the prep is here. We've got our andouille sausage sliced. I just diced the ham, and again, if you've got leftover ham, just cut it up into little pieces, however that is. Nothing specific about the ham. I've diced the onions and the celery, minced the garlic, chopped the parsley, not super fine. That's going to be the garnish. We've got the thyme chopped, our spices measured, and our stock and our vegetable oil all measured and ready to go. So it's time to make some jambalaya. inspired by this awesome Culinary Cookbook USA that our random number generator gave us earlier today. We have a lovely plate of Creole Jambalaya. Oh man, it smells so good. And although there's seafood in here, I've chosen to serve this with a red wine tonight. I've got a lovely Cab Franc from Two Wolves because the porkiness and the meatiness of this is hearty enough to stand up to this delicious red wine. So, can't wait to dig into dinner. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking at Nano Clutch.